Good morning. You join me at one of the new Embryo lakes. This one is called the Cables over in Oxfordshire. Sorry if I look a little bit blurry-eyed, but I was up all night with liners. I was wondering if the bite was ever going to happen, but at first light this morning, the middle rod ripped off, producing this lovely 20-pound 8-ounce mirror. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slip this one back so I can talk to you a little bit about what we're doing and the tactics that I'm using. It probably comes as no surprise to you to see me stood here with a solid bag in my hand. It is one of my favourite tactics, and it is one that I'm using here. This is a large one from Corda. You usually see me using the small ones. The reason I'm using a larger bag is because I found yesterday when having a lead about that the lake bottom was really weedy. Just with this, it gives me a larger spread of bait and a little bit more confidence. It's filled with the spod PVA pellet, a little bit of link ground bait in there with a spinner rig. And what I'm going to do now is get this out because I've got some showing fish in the swim, and I want to see if I can nick another one for you. So you see me putting out that solid bag, and when I was doing that I said there was fish showing. Lo and behold, I've just put this rod out. 10 minutes later off it's gone. This has actually fallen to a different tactic. This is on one of the high-vis pop-ups on a longer rig on a supple hinge. As you can see, it's weeded me up. So what I'm going to do is concentrate on trying to get this out of the weed and trying to get it in the net for you. What a result! Looks like another pretty fish from the cable lake. Here we go then, fish number 2. Like I said earlier, the lake's full of weed, and with the water being gin clear, this is the result in them. Absolutely jet black stunners like this. I've still got fish showing in the swim, so I'm going to put this one back and let's see if I can get his big brother. Well, fish number 3. Once again on a solid bag. Literally just before this one rattled off, one showed right over the top of the bait, so I didn't think it'd be long before it went off. I put out a little mix of bait, and the fish seem to be responding to it now. They're definitely getting on it, they're rolling over it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to concentrate on getting this in because it is weedy. I want to keep this fish moving. Well, I've had a couple of mirrors and now I've got a common. There's still fish showing over my spots whilst I was playing that one in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this out quickly, hold it up for the cameras, then I'm going to get my rod back out because I'm sure I'll get another one on the bank. Right, here you go. It's that pretty little common that you just see me have. Probably about low double this one, and just out the corner of my eye then, I've just seen another one over the spot. I think I need to slip this one back quickly and get that rod back out. Right, well, when I was holding that common up a minute ago, I was telling you I could see fish showing, and I was in a bit of a rush to get the rod back out. Well, I still haven't got that rod back out, because lo and behold, the middle one went off with this nice upper double mirror. The fish are still out there, they're still active, they're definitely responding to that bait, so I'm going to put this one back and see if I can get another one. As I said before, we're at a new Embryo lake down in Oxfordshire. This one's called the Cable Lake. It's about 10-11 acres in size, with a handful of originals. But most of the fish in here are young stock fish. Now, because I know these fish are young fish, they would have been fed on pellet. That's why I've decided to go with a pellet heavy mix. So firstly, I put into my mix is the spod PVA pellet. Then I'm putting in a couple of handfuls of the 10mm link boilies, and then some response pellet. This response pellet is the link flavour to match the boilies that I'm using. For me, the response pellets are one of Mainline's unsung heroes for loads of reasons. They've helped me catch hundreds of carp over the years. They're good for bulking out your mixes. If you're using a boilie mix, they're absolutely ideal. You can get the matching response flavours to match the boilies that you're using, like the cell. You get the cell response pellet, or like I'm doing today, I'm using the link boilie and I've got the link flavoured response pellets. They break down in all types of temperatures of the water, to release masses of attraction, and best of all, the carp absolutely love them. And here you go, first one of the day. Another stunning cable lake mirror. After what was a quiet night, a quick rechuck this morning, literally 10 minutes later, off she's gone. So hopefully the fish are back in the area and I'll have a few more before it's time to go home. Right, and here's the other rig that I was telling you about. Nice and simple, lead clip setup, a foot there of a supple boom, that's to sit over the weed, and then there's my little hinge. That there to a high-vis pop-up. I've gone through the ranges of pop-ups and colours, which I like to do to see what works best, and I find this one today that seems to be doing the damage for me. It's perfect for this type of situation, when the fish are cruising about, that nice bright hook bait, it grabs their attention, and it's been getting me some quick bites. So what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to get this back out there and see if I can get one more fish before it's time to go home. Well, my session's coming to a close now at one of the new Embryo lakes, the cable lake. I've had a fantastic time, caught plenty of carp, but I'm just trying to hold it out just for one more bite. But if I'm honest, I don't think it's going to happen. The sun's come up now, it's roasting hot, and the fish don't seem to be interested. But I just want to say a massive thank you to all the bailiffs that come down and gave their opinion and their advice yesterday, and to Embryo themselves for letting us on this fantastic lake. It's definitely a lake I'm going to be keeping an eye out in the future because it's got some absolute stunners in it. For more information on embryo waters around the country, visit www.embryoangling.org.